Heading for a lunch or a dinner? We're not going to focus on grammar, but we are focusing on some etiquettes of dining table, be it at home or you are called somewhere else for the lunch or dinner. Hello friends, welcome to English Learning Stop. So today we are heading towards another topic, that is dining table etiquettes. The very first point I've mentioned over here, be punctual. So suppose you were called by your boss for a dinner or for a lunch, try to reach there beforehand. That means 5 to 10 minutes before the actual time. Okay, it leaves a very nice impression on your boss that you are punctual. It also shows that you will reach the office on time. Okay, so be punctual. Okay, the next one, eating quietly. Now this is one of the best dining table etiquettes. Some people have the habit of chewing their morsel and continuously speaking. So this is a worst habit I've found so far, and chewing loudly, banging your plate is considered very impolite. So remember, when you are eating, eat quietly. Don't bang your dishes or your plate, whatever you have in front of you, or your cutlery. And slurping food is a major mistake. That's a very major mistake and bad sign table manner. So remember to eat quietly. And if there is something very important to be discussed, just say a few words with whoever you are trying to speak to, and leave your food aside. That means don't just keep on chewing your food and talking in between. It's something very odd and very bad. So remember this point. The next one, electronic gadgets should be put off on silent mode. Switch off your phones while you are going to attend a lunch or a dinner. Okay, and this rule applies both at home as well as outside in a restaurant or in a hotel, wherever you are in a hotel. Okay, so put it on silent mode before seating yourself. You have forgotten to switch off the phone. Now what you're going to do is, and the phone rings in between, you are not going to answer it. Okay, but just excuse yourself, switch off the phone and continue, okay, with your lunch or your dinner. You're not going to text or browse internet at the table before, even if the lunch or the dinner is not yet ready. Okay, don't do it on the table. Just excuse yourself, go somewhere else, and if there is an emergency, use your phone. And then we have speaking while eating. I've already mentioned over here, I think. And once again, I'll say that chewing your morsel, like saying the words you want to say, is not something very good. So if you want to say something, don't chew anything. Eat peacefully and rest your cutlery on the plate while you speak to someone else. Okay, just speak something very important. If you want to say something very important, just speak a few words. Go with a few words. Then you have excusing yourself. Okay, sometimes it might happen that you are not feeling comfortable, or you have an emergency situation. So you're just going to say, excuse me, I'll be right back. Okay, when leaving, it's considered very rude if you don't say excuse yourself. Okay, if you don't say anything and just leave the table. So these are some of the points. Let's discuss some more points over here. Next we have cutting food. Always cut your food. If you have a cake in front of you, if you have anything that is to be cut, so always try to cut it into 1 or 2 bite size at a time. Okay, then we have seasoning food. Okay, whenever the food is served in front of you, try to taste it before you are going to season it. Okay, remember this point. This point is very important. Some people have the habit of just seasoning the food with the salt and the pepper. Then we have drinks with full mouth. This is the worst point. It looks very bad to see traces of food on the rim of vessel. Okay, so whenever you are going to drink something, please blot your lips with a napkin that is given to you, and then before taking a sip of beverage, just clean the area of your mouth and then have the drink. Okay, and drinking with full mouth is considered something very bad. Then we have finger food. Finger food is something that you're not going to lick your fingers, but you are going to use a napkin. If the food is on your fingers, just clean it, just wipe it out with the napkin. And when in doubt whether to use the cutlery or not, just proceed accordingly and see the people around you if they are having that food with fingers or they are having it with utensil. If you are still in doubt, use a fork. Okay, if the fork is given to you, please use the fork. Then we have one point over here. You are usually given the wine glasses. Please don't hold it from the top. I'll try to draw this glass, special glass. This is something like this. Sorry, very bad. So this is the stem part. Always hold it from here instead of holding it from here. Please remember this. Then we have sneezing or coughing. Of course, you're going to again excuse yourself if you sneeze or you cough, and remember to take a handkerchief along with you whenever you're going somewhere out, and excuse yourself and proceed quietly. And it is whether you are at home or whether you were called for a dinner or a lunch. Then we have garnish on a platter. Okay, sometimes it happens that a platter is in front of you and there is a variety of food on that or a combination of food. You are going to take moderate amount of each instead of picking up the whole of each. Okay, leave it for others. Give a chance as a courtesy. Make sure to leave food for the others, okay, on the platter. So just take a small amount of everything on your plate and start with the nearest one. Okay, compliment the food. If the food was very tasty, it was scrumptious, so you are definitely going to thank the management over there or the waiters over there who had served the food on your table. Or if it is your mom who has just set out the dinner for you, so it's very necessary praising someone and they're very happy. It just brightens their mood. So try to compliment the food. Anyway, I have discussed a few over here, and there are many etiquettes. If you're given the napkin and if you're about to leave, that means if you are excusing yourself, you are going to semi-fold that napkin and place it, and when you have left, you're going to fold it and place it on the table. Okay, so these are some of the manners I have just discussed. And if a bowl of soup is served, please remember, if it is served with bread, break that bread into small pieces. And if there is not enough soup left, you can tilt the bowl. It's okay, it's perfectly okay to get the last spoons from your bowl. And remember, if the bread is there on the plate, use tongs. Tongs are usually there on the table. You are going to pick the bread with the tongs and put it on your plate. Never start meal without host. Wait until everyone gets served at the table before you begin to eat. When the host starts, you can start eating. Okay, and this is for the formal or the business meals or even at home. Just wait for the others to be there on the table and then you can start having your meal. The one most important point I've forgotten over here is utensil etiquette. This is for the best one. Utensil manners. Please remember, you start with the knife. Outside, inside rule follows, outside in. That means you are going to pick the farthest thing from you. That is, you're going to start with a knife if the knife is placed, and then a fork or a spoon that is farthest from your plate. Okay, the dishes are served from the left. Remember, whenever the waiter is going to put, he's going to set the dishes from the left and then remove from the right. Hold knife in the right. Please hold knife in your right hand and the fork in your left hand. And if you want to drink again, the glass is drawn over there. Put down the cutlery on the plates on left side or in the bowl. Okay, you are going to place it on the left side of the plate. Use the outside in rule with the cutlery. Okay, I hope these points are clear to you. So till then, Tata, if you have any other etiquettes in the mind, please mention them in the comment section below, and I can also amuse myself reading them. Thanks a lot, guys.